Welcome back to my channel. The courtroom was packed wall to wall, yet you could have heard a single heartbeat echo. Christine sat stiff as stone, her jaw locked. Robyn clutched a sealed manila envelope to her chest like it was her last shield. And Kody, expressionless, stared ahead until the judge broke the silence with one question that would change everything. Is there any member of this family who wishes to testify against Mr. Brown? Christine rose to her feet. And just like that, the illusion of unity shattered. Because sometimes the ones who swear forever are the very first to lie when the truth is sworn under oath. The doors creaked open. A soft sound, but to Christine, it was thunder. She stepped in, shoulders squared, dressed in charcoal gray.
No colors. No distractions.
She didn't need to look around. She already knew who was there. Janelle sat tight-lipped, arms folded over her stomach, holding in something, maybe sadness, maybe rage. Behind her, Mary's face was unreadable. Months of silence had built a wall between her and Christine. And then there was Robyn, dressed in soft pink, clutching her purse like it might escape her grasp. She didn't look like the woman who dismantled a family. Not yet. Kody sat beside her, perfectly groomed, perfectly poised, like a man who believed he'd already won. But the truth? He was sitting on a cliff's edge and didn't even know it. The judge entered. This court is now in session. Christine walked to the stand. No papers, no notes. Just years of pain and resolve. Her voice didn't shake. Your Honor, I didn't bring this suit for revenge. I brought it because I want the truth for all of us. Kody smirked, whispering to Robyn. The judge snapped. Mr. Brown, refrain from commentary. Christine kept going. Her story wasn't about jealousy. It was about abandonment. About the slow fade of a marriage disguised as faith. How Kody's visit stopped. How his attention turned solely to Robyn. How holidays became battlegrounds. Then see. Kody shows up late. Doesn't say sorry. Doesn't have to. He walks in like this is still his show, like the cameras still orbit him. But this isn't TLC anymore. This is court. And here, the script doesn't bend for him. The judge begins. Exhibit A, the sealed envelope of Mrs. Robyn Brown. Exhibit B, Christine Brown's financial timeline. Exhibit C, he pauses, a surveillance video. That last one? No one saw it coming. Because when the cameras keep rolling after the show ends, they capture the kind of truth that never makes it to air. Janelle is called to the stand. She rises slowly, steady, unreadable. For years, she was the quiet tactician, the one who watched from the edges. But today, she steps into the battlefield. Do you swear to tell the truth?
I do.
Christine barely breathes. Janelle starts by confirming the joint accounts, the shared property titles, and the family's financial agreements before Robyn ever entered the picture. Her tone is level, but when she mentions 2016, her voice catches. That's when everything changed. That year, she says, sliding a document to the bench, Robyn's home was purchased under a separate LLC, $68,000 withdrawn from joint funds in 3 months.
No receipts. No explanation. No accountability.
The courtroom murmurs. Kody's jaw tightens. His lawyer objects. Overruled. Then Christine's attorney turns to the screen. We have a 23-second video from the family office, he says. Recorded 3 weeks before the financial breach. The footage flickers to life. Robyn and Kody are alone, sorting through papers. She points to something on the page. He shakes his head. Then, barely audible, he mutters, she'll never find out. It's buried deep.
Gasps.
The entire courtroom inhales at once. Christine closes her eyes. Because sometimes, it's not the shouting that breaks a man. It's the Aurora starts crying. I love my mom, but she lied. And she made me lie, too. I can't keep doing it. When the kids begin to tell the truth, the parents' versions disintegrate like paper houses when rain pours down. Courtroom is stunned. Even the judge takes a moment. Christine rises. She moves towards Aurora. Not with anger, not in judgment. Just something gentler. Gratitude, perhaps. A silent thank you passes between them wordlessly. The judge excuses the witness. Adjudges a recess until morning. Everyone moves slowly. Robyn can't bear to look up. Kody doesn't give her time. Janelle stands in the doorway. Mary approaches alongside her. And then something unimaginable occurs. Mary outstretches and grasps Christine's hand. Not in forgiveness. Not yet, but in acknowledgement that something was taken from them. That perhaps they weren't insane. That perhaps they were justified in finally saying no. The strongest courtroom partnerships are built not in victory, but in shared betrayal. Christine leans over and whispers, "This isn't over." Mary smiles. "It's just beginning." Sighed the media mob. Inside, the judge makes one last notation on his docket. Envelope to be open, subject to final testimony. Session 3 critical. And as the doors shut for the evening, one thing is sure, tomorrow that envelope will be opened. And once nothing will ever be the same. The third morning starts out rainy. Not the gentle sort, the sort that whaps windshields and makes you jump as you walk in it. Outside the courthouse, journalists cluster under umbrellas. Inside the courthouse, the Browns hardly glance at one another. Robyn shows up first, clutched tightly by her attorney. She's dressed in navy blue today. Professional, deliberate, unremarkable. But no one's going to forget yesterday. Not after Aurora. Not after the email. Kody arrives late, again.
No apology.
No explanation. He strolls in like this is just another episode, like the cameras are still rolling for him. But this isn't his show anymore. This is a courtroom. And here, his charm doesn't rewrite the script. The judge begins reviewing the evidence. Exhibit A, Robyn's sealed envelope. Exhibit B, Christine's financial timeline. Exhibit C, the surveillance video. And now, the fourth item, the private agreement. Kody reads the documents in front of him. His expression stiffens. "That ledger is deceptive," he says evenly. "Those were precautionary transfers. We talked about this as a family." Christine's reply cuts the air in half. "No, Kody, we didn't." He turns to her with a smug half-smile. "Perhaps not with you." It lands like a slap. The judge moves to the second document, the private agreement. It's 2 years old. Signed by Kody and Robyn only. A contingency plan to separate personal assets from non-committed wives in case of family dissolution. Non-committed. Janelle repeats, disbelief sharpening her tone. "You mean us?" Robyn jumps in, desperate. "He said you'd all leave. He said we had to be prepared." Mary rises, voice trembling but firm. "You looked me in the eye last year and told me we were still a family." Robyn's tears fall, but this time, nobody feels sorry for her. Christine steps forward. "Read the letter." The judge opens the final page. It's handwritten, in Robyn's own words. "To my babies," it begins, "because I know one day you'll ask why the family fell apart. Your dad and I made choices you may not understand yet. But know this, they'll come for us, but they won't take what's yours. Love, Mom." When you write a farewell before the war even begins, it's because you already know what you're about to burn down. The courtroom was suffocating in its silence, so thick it could choke the truth itself. The judge straightened his glasses and began, "Today, we will review the filed financial disclosures and take testimony from Mrs. Mary Brown." Christine's eyes flicked toward Mary, who sat still in her dark maroon coat. For years, she'd been the quiet one, the loyal one. The wife who endured pain disguised as devotion. But something inside her had shifted, and today, she wasn't just a witness. She was the reckoning. The lawyer shuffled papers, flipping through ledgers, tax returns, and bank records projected onto the screen. Robyn refused to lift her gaze. Her fingers trembled every time her name appeared on a document. Then Janelle stood.
Calm.
Controlled. She carried a fat binder marked Kody Family LLC, annotated. Her tone was precise, slicing through the tension like a scalpel. "These numbers don't lie," she said, "but someone worked very hard to make sure they didn't tell the truth either." Every word was a dagger. She pointed to a column of payments labeled consulting fees. Small, regular withdrawals paid to a shell company, Kody's name on the account, but the address. Robyn's second home in Flagstaff. These payments, Janelle said, were not reported on joint family tax returns, nor were they shared with the other wives. From across the table, Kody smirked. They were trivial. Janelle shot back. Then why hide them? The judge leaned forward. Mr. Brown, were these earnings distributed to the plaintiffs? Kody's lawyer intervened. They were personal rewards. Christine stood. Then why were they pulled from the family account? Kody's lips pressed thin. Robyn reached for his hand under the table. He pulled away. And just like that, the first fracture appeared. Then came the moment no one was ready for. Mrs. Mary Brown, please take the stand. The courtroom fell into a graveyard